Alright guys, we have a Squonk box from Cura Mod, something a little bit different. I wanted to change it up, and here's what I think about this mod. Alright guys, I got something special today. We are going to be looking at the Cura box mod. This is the Cura Mod King box. This is a single 18650 Squonk mod, and I have to say, it's pretty nice. For the price, it was only 40 bucks, so I have to say the price point's on par with the mod. It's not too expensive, although I will say the Vape Pulse is on the market right now for about the same price. You can pick one of those up. So it kind of comes down to what you feel comfortable buying. Now this mod is 3D printed, it's heat resistant, and it does not have a magnetic door. But we're going to get into that when we get up and close. So let's take a few drags and then we'll get up close and personal with the Cura Mod King Box Squonk Box. Speaking of Vape, I have the Vape Mesh RDA, and I am squonking some Nichrome 80 mesh. For a single battery, it definitely performs like a Mech Mod, plus you have the added benefit of squonking. If you like that sort of thing, if you're looking for a decent mod to start you into squonking, I can't say I would recommend it, but I'm not going to say don't buy it. It's a subjective thing. You're either going to like it or you're not. I have some pros and cons. We're going to get into that after I dive deep and show you the insides of this mod. Alrighty, here we have the Cura Mod King box. This is a single 18650 Squonker, guys. It's really well designed and pretty well made, except for I have a few things that I don't like about it. For starters, I don't like the switch. When I show you the inside, you'll see why I don't like the switch, but you see how it angles in there? It's not a straightforward switch. It works really well, but I just don't like the way it kind of bends inward. Here you have the inside of the mod. As you can see, here's that issue with the switch that I was talking about. It just kind of pushes that copper contact. I will say I like that it's not soldered. It's not. It's one solid piece, much like the Vape Pulse bottom feeding Squonk box. It's 3D printed, and I have another issue with the battery contacts. You see how they're kind of off to the side? I had a little bit of an issue getting the battery to position right so that way it would fire. Other than that, it hasn't caused me it hasn't had any hot spots, it hasn't heated up at all, it's been performing really well. I'm vaping at 0.15 ohms. With the mesh, it's responding really well, and I actually like the positive symbol there. They engraved so you know your battery goes positive facing down. It has a really solid Squonk bottle. It's made out of actually a fairly tough material, so it definitely reacts well. I haven't had any leakage. The hose is nice. It goes the whole way down to the bottom. You can almost see it in there. So the other issue I have with this mod is the door. It's not magnetic, and it just kind of clicks in there. It lays right in, and that's it. So it clicks in, and it can be a pain trying to get it back out, and it just... It's not poor designing, but it's disappointing because I would prefer magnets, or at least a better clip. If you were going to have the door clip in there, at least make a finger latch so that way, or a finger hole, or like a small piece down here that you could get under. Instead, I have to reach into the Squonk hole and clip it out. Other than that, getting batteries in and out is fairly simple. It's a really nicely put together box. A few cons, and that's about it. Is it worth the money? That's the big question. Is it worth $40 compared to what's on the market? I would say it's worth $39.99 subjectively if it's your mod. Obviously I would, because I bought it. I like the way it feels in the hand. I like the way it vapes. I like the color of it. They have other color options. Yeah, so I'm a fan. I'm a fan despite the drawbacks. It's a nice little Squonk box. Hopefully in the future they change the button and the door. Other than that, I'm happy with it. So let's take a few more puffs and talk about it. So yeah, this is just where I stand subjectively. I can't really say anything extremely bad about it, except for the switch design and the door design and the way that the contacts are positioned, making it somewhat difficult to align your battery in such a tight spot to get it to fire. But it's still a solid mod. I haven't had any issues with it besides that, and it packs a punch for being such a small single battery squonker. Let's throw a few more clouds, and I'll tell you where you can find this mod if you want to get one for yourself and check it out. That Vandy Vape RDA, it rips. Now I will have another Squonk box here coming soon, so we will go over that as well. I'll compare them. I have a feeling I know that the Vandy Vape is going to be the better designed and the better performing Squonk box. And at the price point, guys, I really can't say to go out and buy this one instead. It's a nice box. It'll do you solid. It is what it is. That's pretty much all I can really say about it. It is what it is. So, at the end of the day, let's give this thing a rating. A true rating, as I like to call it. 1 to 10, I'm giving this thing a 6 out of 10. 10% off for the door, 10% off for the battery connectivity issues, 10% off for the switch, and 10% off for the 510 connector because I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like how I had an RDA that didn't really connect with it, depending on how far the Squonk pin is protruding. This Vandy Vape works great, but yeah, that's subjective though. Some people might like it, they may not have an issue. For me, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. I probably won't buy another one. I'm going to hang on to this one, or I might do a giveaway. I don't know. I'm going to vape on it a little bit longer, and then when the Vandy Vape Pulse comes, I'll do a side-by-side review, and we all know how that's going to go. So thanks for watching, guys. Cura Mod on Instagram. This is the King Box Squonk Box. Alright guys, thank you for watching so much, and as always, keep it cloudy. Follow me on Instagram at True Merch Reviews.